Na 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 na, radyo eskwela, radyo eskwela na. Na 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 na, radyo eskwela na. Halika na makinig sa mga aral namin hatid. Saang sulong ka man kapatid, aabutin ka ng aming tinig. Walang araw na sasayamin, edukasyon ipagtuloy natin. Anumang pagsubok at mga balakid, kaalaman ay aming ihatid. Na 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 na, radyo eskwela na. Na 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 na, radyo eskwela ang magbigay saya. Na 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 na, makinig ng mabuti ng matuto ka. Na 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 na, radyo eskwela na. Radyo eskwela na. Radyo eskwela na.
Apat kamay ang pangarap sa edukasyon para sa lahat. Sulong Edu Kalidad. Ito ang Department of Education School on the Air.
From the radio-based instruction of the Department of Education, Division of Tagum City, Magupo Pilot Central Elementary School, we are giving you the quality education in terms of literacy on air. We are giving you our full of service in teaching even in times of COVID-19 pandemic. Broadcasting from Charm Radio 103.9 FM, where your heart belongs. This is your school on the air in English. Hurry! Hello, grade 3 learners! This is your school on the air, welcoming you to learn and enjoy the English Hurry. We are glad to be with you in this new normal journey of schooling through radio broadcasts. I am your radio host, Teacher Chris, from Magupo Pilot Central Elementary School. How are you, kids? We have fine weather here in the city of Tagum, so good to learn new ideas. At this moment, I want to invite you to go to a place you are comfortable and you could listen easily to our radio broadcasts. Come and join us! You choose to continue learning despite of our situation, because you are here with us. Let me give you this quote from Disney movie Mulan. The flower that blooms in adversity is rare and the most beautiful of all. Learners like who have brave hearts are flowers that will bloom in spite of many adversities or problems. And with that loud, hooray to all of you! All right, please get your module, paper, and pen for this lecture about simple present tense. I repeat, our topic for this day is all about simple present tense. Okay, kids, please get now your module. At this moment, let's welcome your radio teacher for today. No other than the ever-brilliant Teacher Novavilla M. Caballero from Magupo Pilot Central Elementary School.
Hello there! Long live Tagomanios! A blessed morning to all of you, especially to our dear students. How are you today? I hope you are doing fine and great. Welcome to our new topic for this day. Are you ready, children? Our lesson today is all about the simple present tense. At the end of this episode, you are going to, number 1, identify simple present tense in simple form and S form. 2, use verbs in simple present tense. And 3, write simple sentences using verbs in simple present tense. But before we proceed to our new lesson, let's have a short recap. Last session, we talked about past form of the verb. What is the past form of the verb? Past form of an action word is used when talking about something that happened some time ago. This is also called past tense. Words like yesterday, last year, last month, last week, and long time ago are used to tell past time. Regular verbs are past tense formed by adding d or ed at the end of the verb, like prayed, watched, walked, harvested, like prayed, watched, walked, and harvested. It is clear, kids? If yes, very good. At this moment, you are now ready to our new session for this day. Kindly open your module on page 4. We are going to examine the definition of the simple present tense. Are you ready? Now listen. Simple present tense indicates present time. It shows present action, a permanent condition, repeated or habitual action, and facts or general truth. Here are the examples. The frogs and lizards eat insects. Second, the bat hunts at night. As you can see, kids, the action is happening at the present time, just now. So, it is a form of simple present tense. Am I understood, kids? Very good. Next, when the subject of the sentence is in the third person singular, the verb ends with s. When the subject of the sentence is in the third person singular, the verb ends with s. If it is plural, use the base form of the verb. For example, he speaks very fast. Now, what is the subject in the sentence? It is he is a singular pertaining to one person. Now, what is the verb in the sentence? It is speaks. Very good. So the word speaks was being added by s because the subject is singular, so the verb must be singular also. Another example. She cooks delicious food. The subject here is she, which is singular. So, we will use the verb cooks, added by s, so it becomes singular. Last example. They read the story silently. The subject is they, which is plural. So we will use the verb read without s to become the verb plural. Am I clear, kids? Good job! Just always remember, when the subject of the sentence is in the third person singular, the verb ends with s. If it is plural, use the base form of the verb. Now, let us proceed to the second topic, the nature of the s form of the verb. Listen. Simple present tense verbs have a special form for the third person singular called the s form. Singular means one and plural means more than one. The person is used to show who or what, thus the action. person is used to show who or what does the action with this following forms. For the first person, who is ourselves, has a form of I and we. Next, the second person has a form of you, and the third person, has a form of he, she, it, and they, whose the person that we talk about was not present. Remember this: the first person and the second person, both singular and plural, used in the simple form of the verb. For example, I sing. The first person is I, and the verb must be in simple form without S. Next, the third person plural uses the simple form as well. For example, they see each other. They is a third person plural, so the verb must be in simple form. But take note of this, kids. The third person singular uses the S form of the verbs. For example, she plays at the ground. For example, she plays at the ground. She is a third person singular, so the verb must be in S form. Added S to the verb. Do you understand it, kids? If yes, very good. You are so amazing. Can you identify now the simple form and S form of verbs? So let's check it out. Are you ready for an activity? Now let's begin. Examine the following sentences. Analyze the verbs used in a sentence, if it is in simple form or S form. Are you ready, kids? Number 1. He eats fried chicken. The verb is eats. In what form of verb used in the sentence? It is in S form. Very good. Number 2. She sings a beautiful song. What is your answer? The verb is sings. It is in S form. Great. Number 3. I paint on the canvas. The verb is paint. In what form of verb used in this sentence? It is in simple form. Excellent. For number 4, you washed your hands. The verb is wash. What is your answer? It is in simple form. Marvelous. And for the last number, they play with their toys. The verb is play. What is your answer? It is in simple form. Amazing. If you got perfect score, job well done, kids. You are doing great. Just keep it up. If not, you may still have time to practice more. Now, let us proceed with another activity. Let's examine this following example of the verb using the simple and S form of the verb. Just take note this, kids. Always remember, if the subject is singular, use the S form of the verb. For example, the baby wants milk. What is the subject? It is the baby. Great. Baby is only one. Now, what is the verb? It is wants. Very good. The verb was added by S. It should be in S form. Another example. The boy walks happily. The boy is only one, which is our subject. So, the verb, which is walks, should be in S form. Am I clear, kids? Very good. Now let's proceed to another one. If the subject is plural, meaning more than one, use the simple form of the verb. For example, the boys walk happily. See, in this sentence, the subject is boys, which is more than one. So we should use the simple form of the verb, which is walk without S. Another example. The girls speak gently. The subject is girls, which is plural, more than one. So the verb must be in simple form. Am I clear, kids? If yes, great. You're fantastic, kids. You may examine in your module at page 7 for a lot of examples of this form of verbs to study your module. You may examine in your module at page 7 for a lot of examples of this form of verbs. So study your module. Alright. Open your module on page 10. And let's go to another amazing journey about verbs. Let's read the paragraph. Identify the verb in the numbered sentences and write it in your notebook or paper. As a recall, verb is an action or a state of being. Are you ready? Very good. Let's start. The Ocean by Clarife A. Montes Claros. 1. A diver dives in the deep ocean. 2. He sees different sea creatures with different colors and sizes. 3. The turtle swims gently with the waves. 4. The octopus spits out its ink as its defense from its predators. 5. The beautiful corals serve as home for the tiny fishes. The ocean is so beautiful. Now let us check your answer. For number 1, what is your answer? The verb is dives. Very good. How about number 2? It is sees. Great. For number 3, the verb is swims. Amazing. How about number 4? What is your answer? It is spits. Marvelous. And for the last number, the right answer is serve. Job well done. If you got it all right, well, you're fantastic. If not, practice more on your vacant time. At this moment, let us now use the simple present tense in the verb. I know, kids, that you can make it because you are so amazing. Are you ready now, kids? Let's begin. Choose the correct verb inside the parentheses that completes the meaning of the sentences in the paragraph. The first item is done for you. Write your answer on a separate sheet. Now listen. The Cat and the Rats by Clarife A. Montes Claros. The cat chases the rats. The rats hides inside a hole. They loves to eat cheese. The little girl pats the naughty cat. The rats laughs at the cat. Now the cat is very mad because of the sneaker rats. Now, let us check your answer. For number 1, the verb is chases. The cat chases the rats. Good. For number 2, the verb is hide. The rats hide inside the hole. Number 3, the verb is love. They love to eat cheese. Brilliant! For number 4, the verb is pets. The little girl pets the naughty cat. And for the last number, it is laugh. The rats laugh at the cat. Excellent! I hope that you understand our lesson. Just always remember, kids, is a summary of our lesson. It is very important to know what words to use in constructing sentences. Simple present tense of the verb shows action being done in the present time. And our subject should always agree with our verb. Is that clear to you? If yes, very good, kids! Now, let's move to our quiz. Let us now assess your understanding on the Let us now assess your understanding of the concepts. Are you ready? Let's start. Direction. Choose the correct verb in simple present tense to complete this sentence. Write your answer on a separate sheet. Number 1. Alex and Ben blank in the backyard. A. Play. B. Plays. C. Playing. D. Played. 2. The baby blank noisily. A. Cry. B. Cries. C. Crying. D. Cried. For number 3, my sister blank me every day. A. Tease. B. Teases. C. Teasing. D. Teased. 4. She blank English fluently. A. Speak. B. Speaks. C. Speaking. D. Spoke. For number 5, I blank my hands thoroughly. A. Washes. B. Washing. C. Wash. D. Washed. Okay. Time's up, kids. Let's answer together the 5 given questions. For number 1, what is your answer? The correct answer is A. Play. Alex and Ben play in the backyard. For number 2, what is the correct answer? It is letter B. Cries. The baby cries noisily. Number 3, what do you think is a possible answer? The correct answer is B. Teases. My sister teases me every day. If you got it right, let's proceed to number 4. What is your answer? The correct answer is speaks. She speaks English fluently. And for the last number, the verb is was. The verb is wash. I wash my hands thoroughly. If you got it all correct, 2 thumbs up. I'm so proud of you. That's all for this session. I hope you have learned a lot from our lesson today. Till our next discussion, This is Novavilla M. Caballero, your radio teacher from Magugpo Pilot Central Elementary School, School on the Air for Grade 3 English. If you have some questions and clarification, you may phone your teacher for some assistance. You may continue answering the other activities on your module. Good luck for your quizzes, kids!
Wow! That's very amazing topic, Teacher Nova. Thank you, and I believe that all of our student listeners have learned something from it. A round of applause for Teacher Nova for her nice performance as radio teacher. Good job, ma'am! Earlier, Teacher Nova discussed to you about the simple present tenses using simple form and S form of verbs. Now, please take a scan on your notes and review some important things you have written. Please get your quiz paper and be ready now. Fill out the important information. Do not forget to write your name, section, and the date for today. You may do some of the activities in your module later. You are going to answer some activities in your module on page 9. Let us practice more. Activity 2.1 and 2.2. Independent practice on page 11 to 13. To continue and learn more about the lesson for today, kindly answer also your module. Let us remember. Also on page 13. Let us enhance on page 14 to 15, and let us reflect on page 15. Please submit your output on the scheduled date and time and returning of modules. Take your time, grade 3 learners. Thank you very much for listening and following us, my dear learners, and parents for guiding your kids. This is the end of our lesson for today. Please make sure to be with us next session here at School on the Air program of the Department of Education, Division of Tagum City. This is Teacher Chris, your radio host,
Together with your radio teacher, Novavilla M. Caballero.
from Magugpo Pilot Central Elementary School. Always saying, handang isip, handa bukas, sulong edukalidad, isang mahigpit na yakap para sa ating lahat. Saying you with a quote, if you are not willing to learn, no one can help you.
If you are determined to learn, no one can stop you.
Keep safe, everyone. Bye-bye.